I'm going to see what it's like to import a picture down here rather than just using the brown box that we'd had before. So I went online and I found a picture of dirt. And some of these were just, this doesn't look right. I wouldn't be doing gardening with cake dirt that looked that bad. So I'm continuing to look, and I finally found this picture down here of this racetrack that has a lot of dirt down here. So I clicked on it, went ahead and downloaded it, brought it into Photoshop, and then at that point I went ahead and just cropped out the top of the picture, so I'm only using this dirt part. So now I'm back here. I'm going to go ahead and just click. I'm going to not click on the brown. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit, step and repeat. I'm going to tell it to make one copy with 0 offsets, which means it's going to make a second copy of the brown right here on top. So now I'm going to move this. I have 2 brown boxes. So on the top one, I'm going to go up to File, Place, and I'm going to go find the actual dirt picture itself, which is just this part. Now that is way too big of a pattern, and plus it's really noisy by it being that big. I need to shrink some of this down. So I'm going to just see if I went to Object, Fitting, Fill Frame Proportionally. Maybe that's more like what I had in mind. Just a little bit of dirt down in here. But I'm a little concerned that this color and this color, there's not much contrast between them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just slide this to the side. I'm going to go click on the dark brown color that I had, and I'm going to tell it Object, Arrange, Bring to Front. And then I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to tell it to Object, Effects, Transparency. And instead of, I could have it being normal, and I could see what that looks like on top of this. I could change this to be Multiply. That really brings out the shadows in it. I could tell it just to darken. Many different options in here. The more you play with them, the more you'll figure out kind of what they end up doing. So I'm going to say maybe I like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on this. This looks weird because it's that brown color I had just a second ago on top of this. So what this really is on the background layer is this green blend. Then I have this brown box. Then I have the dirt. So I'm going to click on this thing and I'm going to slide it back on over. So again, this is the brown box on top that has that transparency effect, which is basically to darken the dirt so that there's more contrast between those two. And if for some reason I thought, well, that's kind of nice, I wish this was a little bit more subtle. I just didn't want a brown box, but maybe this is still too noisy. You could always click on this and tell it one more time, edit, step, and repeat. One copy with no offsets. Click OK, and I think you're already seeing what it's starting to do there. By adding a second copy with the same settings, I basically now have dirt. Then I have 2 brown rectangles on top. And now I can see that maybe that is kind of more what I was looking for, brown, but with just a little bit of texture inside of it. All done by placing in a brown box, another brown box, and putting both of those on top of the dirt after having gone to Object, Effect, and adjusting the amount of transparency, again, either using darken or multiply or something to that effect. You can get different effects, but obviously by layering each box with a little bit different setting on top of this. Click off, click back on this box, move it over and down, and there we go.